Conservative leadership candidate Pierre Poilievre is reigniting the debate to allow jets at Billy Bishop Airport. Arda Zakarian joins us now live with details. Good morning, Arda.
Good morning, and he's actually here with me, federal Conservative candidate for the leadership race. Thank you so much, Pierre Poilievre, for being here with us. So let's talk about your plan to have jets fly into Billy Bishop Airport. There's a number of reasons why this hasn't happened before, including noise pollution, logistics, and the obvious safety issue of having big jets flying into a densely populated area. Does your plan disregard all of this?
Well, it is safe and it is reasonable. The original proposal was to have quiet jets that have low volume that could land here on an extended runway safely in the heart of the business district. And all of that, there was no real safety opposition. The real opposition was from people who just don't want more planes next to an airport, but that's what airports are for, to bring air travelers. This is good for the environment because it would mean fewer people would have to drive on the highway from Pearson to get downtown. It is good for the economy. It would create 2,000 jobs and $55 million of new tax revenue. It's good for competition and choice. We don't have enough of that. Look at Pearson. It's a zoo over there. Why don't we have competition for longer haul flights? Well, because the runway here is not long enough to accommodate jets. If you extend the runway by 200 or 300 meters, then we could bring Canadian-made Bombardier jets right to the heart of Canada's biggest business district, and we could have flights that go long distances, more choice, more freedom of opportunity for our customers and our workers.
Let's talk about the environmental impact. Obviously, a project of this magnitude to expand the runway would have an impact on the environment and the natural species that are around here. Also, it would impact the Toronto Island community. What are your thoughts on this?
It'd be great for the environment because it would mean that cars wouldn't have to get jammed up on the highway coming from Pearson to downtown. Right now, people who are headed to the business district but are coming from faraway places have to land at Pearson. So they have to rent a car and sit on the road, burning gasoline or diesel into the environment rather than landing right where their destination is here in the downtown. We can also, we know that there's going to be an advantage to the more advanced planes that Bombardier and other major manufacturers are producing that could land here and deliver our passengers to their destinations.
What about the Toronto Island community and the species?
Well, there's no question you can, wherever you build an airport, you're going to have to take the steps to protect the local species. Whenever you build anything, that is the case. As for the island community, it's an airport, right? If you choose to live next to an airport, you're going to expect to see airplanes. And it's not fair to have a tiny minority of a few hundred people who chose to live next to an airport stand in the way of hundreds of thousands of customers and thousands of workers who want to use that airport to get around.
Let's talk about the people that are opposed to this. Who are the gatekeepers that you speak of?
Well, I think there are probably some wealthy waterfront condo owners and millionaire mansion owners, the privileged elite who own a lot and who have a lot of political power. There is a small minority, whereas the big majority of working class customers and workers want this to go ahead because it means bigger paychecks, it means more travel, and it means better choice for customers. Right now, most people are stuck with Pearson for their long-haul flights, and that's why Pearson is such a zoo. We need more choice and competition, and that's why I'm going to remove the gatekeepers, not just in this area, but remove gatekeepers so First Nations have the opportunity to develop their natural resources, remove the gatekeepers that are holding back our immigrants who come here with professional credentials but are denied the chance to work as a doctor because of they can't get a license. Remove the gatekeepers that keep our small businesses down with too much red tape. We need fewer gatekeepers, more choice, more competition.
And let's also talk about other densely urban populated areas have actually chosen to do the complete opposite, taking their airports away from the city. What is the risk-reward calculus here?
Well, the risk is that the farther out you put the airport, the longer people have to drive to get where they're going. And that's bad for the environment. It's also bad for our infrastructure budgets. When we jam up our highways by forcing air passengers to drive on them, then we mean longer commute times for the people who live here, more infrastructure costs, and worse pollution. That's the risk of driving air traffic further away from people's destination. The reward of having another option downtown is that people can actually land where they're going. And that is good for the environment, for consumer choice, and for the workers who will get paychecks as a result of this opportunity.
Shouldn't we be trying to fix the chaos that's happening at Pearson Airport and the staffing shortages that are happening there rather than building up Billy Bishop?
We should do both. I mean, Justin Trudeau's total incompetence on air travel is shining through. It is a federal responsibility. Not only did he kill the Billy Bishop expansion when he took office, but he's imposed unscientific and unnecessary mandates that don't exist anywhere else in the world, that have clogged up our airports. You can't get a passport in this country. People have to fly to another city to get a Nexus card. Why? Because the federal government, under the incompetent leadership of Justin Trudeau, can't run government. We need a competent leader who can actually run things, and that's what I will be when I'm Prime Minister.
Thank you so much for this. We appreciate your time. We're here at Billy Bishop with Pierre Poilievre, who is the conservative leadership candidate that's happening in September. Back to you.
Arda, thanks very much. Appreciate that.